Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Say sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Take the wrong and you make it right. Like a firefly, you're glowing at night. So don't make it hard, don't let me go. I wanna hold you tight when you're cold. I'm waiting for your love, you just keep me hanging on. I deserve to stay, and I will find my way.
Of the day, ECS Season 2 Finals. It's going to be really fun to see exactly the shape of both of these teams here in Anaheim. And kicking things off is Astralis on the T side, with OpTic there on the CT side, and already we are seeing just generally a bit of a default passive kind of play from Astralis. A couple grenades here or there, but otherwise fairly standard.
Stanislaw with a very forward position towards B. Looking for those engagements immediately. I think he could be shot in the head as well. from that distance. But look at this. This is what we're talking about. Even on the pistol round, OpTic are looking to push, and Dupree maybe just waiting on that. Again, I think this is going to be... they're going to have a lot more clashes against a team such as Astralis, going for these kind of plays than they would in previous matches we have seen. Tarek's going to be over towards the car in case they go for the short push. But again, Astralis more or less playing this like a standard round. But here we go, popping out. The numbers game not working out though. Rush looking for a third kill. Very easy for Rush. He's crushed the round.
That's massive there from Rush. 4 frags, and now it's just Dupree against 3 players. Nice pop there onto Mixwell, but still a lot more to do. And the bomb is well and truly in the hands of Rush. I would say OpTic, but Rush basically single-handedly decided that that would be his bomb now. And in goes Dupree. He's got that USP switched for the block now, and he will be shot in the back of the head by Tarek. And OpTic will take the round pretty handily. It wasn't looking too good for them. To begin with, they lost a player straight away, and then just beautiful recovery. I mean, Rush in the right position, and you don't tend to have the pop flash for that spot in a pistol round, so very hard to deal with for the Astralis side.
What a crushing way to lose the first round. Well, it's gone. It's come and gone. 4 spites here. 2 smoke grenades and 2 flashes. Number of options with those. I would be surprised if they use those towards mid when they've only got pistols, so would expect them to go for a short play. You can see OpTic have stacked 3 towards the B bomb site. They can go for the retake towards A if needed. And it's going to be Mixwell who's holding the very long range with the UMP around the car. He's got Rush in for support, who's now switching places. That makes a lot more sense to have the rifle in Rush's position. And Mixwell playing a bit closer towards the long device. Looking for an opening there, not going to get one though.
Yeah, OpTic, they know what's going on here. They know what Astralis are up to, and you can see the positioning is great. You've got Stanislaw, nice pop onto Glaive with the UMP, and then they go into the trap that is Nap, and a double comes in for him, and the entire round will be shut down. And it's a shame that Device was unable to open things up a little bit onto the B-bomb site, but it still would have been very difficult just because OpTic was so good at collecting the information in that round, and they knew they were up against the 4 spy. So very well done. Good start for OpTic, 2 rounds, and now they just have to play against the clean eco round.
Yep, it's a great chance to make money. Only Dupree's got kills so far. 3 kills for him. Everyone else is on Big Fat 0. So it will be the meat grinder, and Astralis will be the meat. Dupree and Device with some P250s. Actually getting a kill, that's somewhat surprising, but that might be the start and end to things. Oh, but Nafly's too close. Now there's potential. That P250, again, only 2 P250s, but he was close enough for the 1 tap. And now there are serious problems for OpTic.
What is this? What is happening at the moment? This is not really supposed to go like this. OpTic now in a really weird spot where they can't really trade frag. They've got to use the strength of their superior weaponry here to just get the job done individually, but very much at risk here to going down. Rush playing close with the M4, shot straight in the face there by Dupree. That is not a good look here for OpTic Gaming. This was supposed to be easy. This was supposed to be clean. Yet they have lost 3 players, and there's probably going to be at least another couple deaths here unless OpTic decide to go for a hardcore save.
How awkward is that? Dupree finally goes down again. He's still the only person who's got kills on Astralis. 3 kills in the last 2 rounds, 3 more for him. And he may have single-handedly won the round for his team. That is quite absurd. And again, you can see OpTic, they like that aggressive style, but Astralis are not making it easy for them. And this is very early on. This must be shaky for OpTic. Anyway, going for the retake here. Mixwell, he's got his teammate picking up a defuse kit. They're trying to split the player on the side. Now that's Glaive. And again, these players have got no armor. Device with DM4, trying to do what he can. Even if they don't win the round, the damage is colossal here. Going for the taps there. The range is going to be terrible with that P250. He'll get Mixwell in the end, but Stanislaw's the one with the kit and the one to defuse the bomb. So OpTic just about hold on, but boy, that was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, they're kind of lucky. I think it's that situation where Device is tapping away the M4, the silenced M4, is so accurate. It's very surprising he was not able to find the kill there in time. So, yeah, good job from OpTic to recover that. But they're going to be feeling a little bit sore after that. Their money's been stretched. Very fast pop flashes coming in from Astralis. They're going for a big old push here, straight into the double doors.
Yep. So this could be a super fast split. You've got Dupree outside the B bomb site. Now flies behind the smoke though, could charge in. Tarek can slow people down. This time there's no spray around the door. Stanislaw popping Dupree though through the smoke. And now can help his teammates in time. The Molotov's coming in, but not fast enough. Down goes Kiabi, misses Glaive though. Trades elsewhere in the meantime. 2 versus 2. Zebex coming in through the smoke.
Yeah, very nice couple kills there from Stanislaw under pressure. 2 versus 2 is very doable here for OpTic as they go in, but they have to wait, or rather Mixwell has to wait for Rush, and Rush has been spotted now on the flank, so there's more or less perfect information from Astralis as to where the 2 players are going to be coming from. You can see that smoke on the doors is fairly annoying. Mixwell will throw a smoke forward so you can get better coverage running through the doors. Somewhat predictable, but Rush is going to be able to get the frag there towards Dark, and that's going to leave him in a 1 versus 1. Glaive playing the stacked boxes there. Can he find this frag in time? Rush is desperately searching, he's trying to find that angle. The time is just a problem. Rush able to get the frag, but indeed the bomb is way too close to the detonation, and that's going to be the round there for Astralis. Rush finds Stanislaw's AWP. Oh, no AWP for you, sir.
So in the early rounds we saw, oh look at that 180 from Device. That is glorious stuff from him. Yeah, in the early rounds they had good kills from that place, but now Astralis are on the guns. Life's getting more difficult. And I'd be quite worried if I was an OpTic fan, just at the beginning, how this has started. And you have to wonder if OpTic will have to be less aggressive, but we've got Kiabi now around the smoke with the Tech 9. He's got the effective for support as well. Will there be trades? So the box got charging through, and there are still 3 CTs. Kiabi can push it through the smoke, he could find a lot, but he's got a blind spot behind him, and there's Rush to get the kill. 3 versus 3 all of a sudden. Stanislaw down to a CZ. This is a mess!
Yeah, they've got to commit here. Rush is definitely... Well, he should definitely be dying here. He's got 3 HP. The bomb is there. They have to commit. They're waiting to try to split onto Rush, actually. They've got a player, Dupree, coming in from the A bomb site. Does it. Rush definitely has an expiration date very soon, but he's going to go forwards there through the smoke as it dissipates, picks up the frag onto Glaive, and now there's real issues here because he's got a much better position to defend this with. Did they wait too long? Dupree will be able to take him down, but Stanislaw, they don't know where he is. Here he comes. Oh, Device nails him straight away, and that's going to be a 2-3 scoreline. Astralis, they break OpTic.
That was really awkward for Device through double doors because he doesn't know Rush is on 3 HP, otherwise the pistol comes out, so he in a way makes life harder for himself because he doesn't know that, and he's got the AWP, which makes it a lot more awkward of a fight. But the cavalry come in just in time, and as I was trying to say earlier, maybe there's more time now with that OpTic or an eco. I'd be quite concerned. It seems to me, even early on, that OpTic maybe have to change their aggressive CT style versus Astralis, or at least be less predictable with it, because Astralis have abused them early. But again, that was you have to put that P250 round to a side because that's not going to happen every time. But yeah, early issues for OpTic on their CT side.
Yeah, indeed, it's really hard to deal with when you get a bad start to your economy on this map. And OpTic, they may be looking at a bad economy for quite a long time if they're unable to win the following round, or the following bye round that they'll have. Now you can see actually that some good damage has actually been done to Kirby and also to Glaive. You can see that Astralis are trying to switch in the very healthy players into the front lines here. Device looking to try to open things here and get some information to his team as to exactly, you know, what's going on for the CTs. Are they trying to stack the A-bomb side? Are they trying to create some kind of movement? Astralis are more or less trying to cover all their bases at the moment to make sure that nothing stupid happens, nothing weird is going to upset the round for them. And you can see they're all bringing themselves back here. They've detected that long is going to be a good way to go for this. Very classic anti-eco choice. Kirby finds a couple easy ones by the stairs.
That is real. Kirby holding things down, and this should be a formality now, and indeed it will be. Anti-eco is perfect. Not a single player lost by Astralis. Now we see the money from OpTic still sucks, so they might go for a second eco here, or perhaps they'll go for a forced buy with aggression. It will be the former, and I think that is wise, as the score is still young for both teams. Although Russia's picked up an M4, so they're going 1 M4 and 4 pistols. This is interesting. Or that boost has come in very late indeed to what they may have wanted. Lots of jumping going on there. In the meantime, long has well and truly been taken by Astralis early, so OpTic looking for a gamble play. Will it work out though?
This is really nice too. I love this from Astralis because if you're able to take a long early like this, you kind of know very well how you are set up to kind of end the round, because they may not, spring onto the A-bomb side immediately. They may try to take their time to get there, but they have it straight away. Oh, the timing there! Poor Kirby pulls out his grenade at just the wrong moment. That's a free AK for Mixwell. Will that complicate things here? Because there is actually some weaponry here that could work out for OpTic.
Got smokes going down to cross to the site. That's going to leave Rush in the open. And
Connection
done.
interrupted.
We have technical issues. Look how close the crosshair is. We just don't know. We just don't know who is about to win this duel. On a nerd note, you can actually smoke short from long. You can smoke short from long. So I don't know if players would find it helpful though. If you had a lurker towards short, he's been picked off, so the CTs have another gun now. But obviously the second gun is going to be surprised. So they've at least got a numbers game for one gun, but 2 guns on short. We'll find out what the issue was there, but
yeah.
Maybe we'll never know.
Maybe we'll
how
never
that was
know.
about to play out.
Yeah, I mean, if you run that scenario, I think 10 times, I think probably 8 out of 10 times, I think Astralis probably good to go on that situation there, because it's really hard when you got 4 guys with rifles running up long and you just got some pistols. If they use the nades right, they should be able to get. They should have. They got better positions. They'll have more utility. They'll have armor and helmets in some cases, in which the CTs won't have. So they just generally have a lot of advantages to play with there. So I'd be very surprised if we come back and that's a lost round for Astralis there.
The interesting thing about that scenario was that Astralis could use less guns because they smoked the ramp. So even though the CTs are exposed there, they've got less people to fight against because of the smokes that the T's put down. So, but yeah, one player not having armor means aim punch.
There's a lot of deagles too for OpTic, so that's always hard, I think, to deal with when you as the deagle holders in that scenario when you're getting rushed down, because you kind of want to take that deagle and you kind of want to peek and just have like one-on-ones at long ranges, just be very casual, very chill and taking your shots, taking your time. But when there's a team rushing you down with rifles, you don't get to take your time. There is no choice. They take the choice away from you.
All right, so judging by that monitor, I think perhaps there was a server crash. So we'll find out what the tournament people, administrators will do. I guess all they can do is replay it around, essentially. If it was
get a match medic going, and do what you can.
You're looking forward to the offline qualifier then?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that you just have no idea. It's a tournament where you truly have no idea what's going to happen, but in a good way, because a lot of those teams have been able to take titles or contend for titles because they're good and playing good Counter-Strike. We're at a point at the moment where, because there are some points where the level of Counter-Strike isn't amazing, because let's say there's loads of, in some of the more known brands and teams, you don't see... you see lineup changes, which kind of messes up the level of Counter-Strike. But right now, I feel like a lot of teams, they've made lineup changes, but they've gone over the hump to stop playing good Counter-Strike. So who knows what's going to happen? I mean, NIP could do really well. That would be crazy. Cloud9, we saw that they had a really good period. There's so many teams. Actually, no, not Cloud9. Sorry. Yeah. No, yeah, well, yes, Cloud9. Yeah, I'm getting confused now. But they had a great period, but now they're slumping again. Will that be a resurgence for them? There's so much going on. There's just so much going on. It's crazy.
Yeah, and those are very murky waters, dangerous and murky waters.
Could it be
Envy
FaZe
floating around as well?
Yeah, Envy and FaZe are 2 teams which are just like you have no idea where to put them at the moment.
Yeah,
no idea. I mean, FaZe. I feel like FaZe could break through at any moment. It's really interesting.
Yeah, lots of question marks to be answered at the offline qualifier, so we will be going back to Atlanta for that. That will be the last thing we're doing actually on this trip to
this year.
This latest trip to America, and also this year. Yeah.
Then it's Christmas time.
Well, for you maybe. For me, it's just the rest of the year, and then do Christmas.
You're gonna eat some mince pies, James. Do you like mince pies?
I love mince pies. I don't like mince pies. I love mince pies. I may have one pie, but maybe
that's
it will
very
start.
Christmas of you, James.
But it might start. The problem is, I would eat all the pies. But I already have been eating all the pies down, so I have to kind of cut down and get to the gym instead,
I want some mulled wine, but it's impossible to find it here. To me, that's a very Christmassy drink that we have in the UK. But here, I asked for mulled wine, and everyone just looks at me really weird. So
were we in Vegas?
Yeah.
When you asked for it,
yeah.
They're like, "What's mulled wine?" It's like, oh, okay. Just got some replays of the action. This was mental. You know, they tried to run the numbers game and Rush just headshot everyone.
Yeah.
And then Dupree with his 3P to 50 kills. Boom, one tap. One tap. It's a problem in MP9. You want to be close rather than far away. So that fell apart.
If you know a place where I can get mulled wine in Anaheim, please let me know.
Well, just tell us if mulled wine is a thing in America, because she literally didn't know what mulled wine was.
She didn't know.
We went to a steakhouse. I mean, I've only had
mulled
wine
with wine, right? So it's like if you know about wine, you should know that is a thing you can do with wine. I could go home and make it. I might just go home and make that when I go back to London.
I've only had mulled wine in a market outdoors. In fairness.
Oh really? I've had it in pubs. I've had it in pubs before. A bunch of pubs.
I don't go to pubs.
Why not?
Because I hate pubs.
Why do you hate pubs?
Because there's nothing for me in pubs. And when I was younger, it would be full of smokers. And you'd go in there for 5 seconds and you'd come out and you'd smell of smoke.
If you could scuba dive, if there's a pub you could like scuba dive off of, like a pub, and then like a body of water, would you like the pub more?
No. It'd be in the way.
To be in the way to the scuba diving.
Why is this pub here? It's unnecessary.
Okay, I'm trying to find a way to make it work, but I don't think I can.
Pubs are not for me.
Scuba diving seems to you though. Even if there's dead bodies floating around, you seem to be. Because we went to a shop actually recently, and one of the people working there, it turned out, when we were killing some time chatting, that she was diving as well, and she displayed a lot of disgust at one of his diving location choices because she was worried. Like she thought there'd be loads of dead bodies floating around, but you seem to be that. Does that excite you?
What? Sorry.
I think which lake was it where she
Lake
said
Mead in Las Vegas or near Las Vegas. And it has apparently 3,000 wrecks in there, but yeah, she said there's loads of dead bodies in there. So that's fine, none of mine. I'll go in there.
That reminds me actually, you were lucky. Like there's some spot where you're like, looking into like police diving, I think it was. You're, like, searching for stuff, and that just sounds awful.
That's nasty.
It sounds really awful.
Because most of the time they're doing that, it's in places with no visibility, like canals, where you're going to have like hypodermic needles and all kinds of horrible things in there.
That's awful.
And you're in pitch black, and you have to, like, if this is a canal, you have to kind of sweep in circles like this as you go up and down. And then I'm not going to describe what happens when they actually find something, because it's a bit early and it's kind of gross. So.
It's not early for our European viewers, so shout outs to all of you guys in Europe who are staying up.
Send us some tweets. We have time to kill. Tweet us.
Yeah.
Tweet us. Apparently it's been 5 minutes. But you can't say 5 minutes to a British person, because 5 minutes means anything but 5 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, we're going to be about 5 minutes. We'll see you in 25 minutes then. All right, let's see what people have been tweeting. Your bow tie is glorious. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, it's the first time you've ever worn a bow.
I bought this yesterday.
Actually.
No, I wore one on the first day of E-League Season 2.
Yeah.
And the velvet jacket. Yeah, but I bought this yesterday. I actually had a silver tie. What's it? Unrefined silk, right?
It's unrefined silk, yeah.
Yeah, I had an unrefined silk tie.
Made with a wooden loom. You can find bits of wood actually from the loom still in there.
Yeah. But it didn't really suit well, but I thought the bow tie would be cool.
And if you are just joining us and you're wondering what's going on while we're talking about bow ties and looms, the one of the players I think has run off to the loo, I believe. So waiting for someone to return, as well as I think that was the reason. Now then we can get the action underway.
What other tweets do we have here?
Need a pocket square.
People got my WWE reference. Good.
I didn't even know you threw one in.
Oh, well, you wouldn't know. You're not a wrestling mark, so.
Wrestling mark.
Yeah.
Is that what a fan is called?
Yeah. Wrestling mark. Yeah.
Isn't a mark someone that you want to con?
Yeah. I don't know where the wrestling term came from. Wrestling mark, because that is true. It's like a target, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, what else do we have here? Why don't you celebrate Christmas, man? Hanging out with family/friends is good time. Not for me.
He doesn't have any friends, so limits things.
Christmas always sucked to me. And we always had a crap Christmas tree as well. Because when I was really young, we had no money. So we had this crap plastic Christmas tree that just sat in the corner. I was like, this is just crap, isn't it? This is rubbish. Just sitting there like, this is, I'm not having a good time. Christmas
Whenever
sucks.
you have to have the fake ones, it does suck. Because part of it is the smell of the tree, so... But yeah, that's nice.
I never smelled the tree before.
You should buy a Christmas tree.
No, it's just not. Okay. It's just not for me. I have no good memories of Christmas.
What about eggnog? That's not really a British thing, though. Really, I've never drunk it.
I'm not interested in eggnog. I'm sorry.
So just mince pies for you.
Just mince pies, yeah. That's about it. There's nothing else
Nothing
of
else.
Christmas of interest. To be honest with you, I would rather just be like in the Bahamas or something, or just anywhere that was warm and had nothing to do with Christmas. That's a brutal thing. When you're in America between Thanksgiving and Christmas, right? It's awesome because you get mad discounts on clothes and stuff. But it's just mad Christmas music as well. That is horrible. It's brutal. It's very difficult to... What's going on, production? Someone tell me something interesting about what's happening. As much as I love fitting, I'd like to know what's going on as well.
It is good to know that it's not just for just undesignated period of time.
Yeah, yeah. Unknown periods of time.
I guess
Let me check my Twitter, see if anyone else has tweeted me anything new.
Okay, apparently there's a server. I heard there's a server, James.
Servers are good.
Yeah.
Servers provide services for.
And I heard someone
for
maybe
things.
working on a server. So I think that's a step. Is that a step forwards? Are we further forwards with this information?
Someone said, "When are you coming back to the motherland?" Is that United Kingdom? Yes, it is. Okay.
For you it is.
After the major qualifier.
For Christmas, we established this. We
You say
established
for me, it
this.
is. What's the motherland for you? Because you claim you're half Indian, right?
I never said that.
Well, you got an Indian last name.
That's true. I think I saw a guy look at me once. He was checking one of my tickets, and he was definitely very Indian, and he recognised my name because he looked down, and he looked up and he like squinted. It's like, this is an Indian name, but you don't look very Indian, basically.
Yeah.
I think he thought I was a fraud.
He thought you were a fraud.
Yeah. But the motherland is the same place as it is for you, James. It's England, because it's
Okay.
where I was born. It's where I'm from.
Somebody
British.
says, you haven't done diving unless you've had to dodge a shopping trolley and a riverboat. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about boats going past. But normally, if you're diving off a boat or where boats might be, then you have a diving flag, which just tells people there are divers under the water. But I don't know if everyone knows what that means or whatever. But yeah, dodging a shopping trolley though, that's interesting. I haven't had to do that, but I have had to dodge a whale shark in Georgia Aquarium. I had to dodge a whale shark. Somebody was pointing at me. I looked, and there was just a massive whale shark flying immediately, like here, above my head. So that was interesting. Although I saw a whale shark crash into a manta ray while the manta ray was doing a loop-de-loop, and it just collided like that. It was insane.
What happened afterwards? Who came off the
Manta ray, because when there's food in the water, manta rays they swim in a 360. They're basically like bundling the food together because they're filter feeders, and then they just go like and just swallow it all. But he just like aborted that plan entirely. He's like, nope, I'm gonna go over here now.
Have you ever had a fish that's just accosted you and just would not leave you alone? Just cling on.
Well, actually, there are fish that often follow you around when you're diving. Like my instructor had a fish following her around, and I was paranoid that I might kick the fish in the head or something, while I was moving around. But anyway, look for some new tweets.
This is great.
Did CS just get an update? I don't know. Look on the internet, mate. What else is there? Oh my God! Producer Reese has arrived in my ears.
Yeah, that's interesting. We've had a lot of different producers in our ears, but now finally
How
a familiar
strong
voice.
are your glasses? Are you super blind? It's minus 1.5.
Super blind.
Minus 1.5 in both eyes, so not really. Like I can't see a number on a bus. But
Specifically buses.
beyond that, I'm good. I'm good for reading and stuff. So yeah, it's not crazy.
I heard that they're allowing us to throw to a break, James. What do you decide?
Yeah, let's throw to a break.
Should we not? We should make a Twitter poll. Shall we throw to a break? Okay, let's not do that. Let's go to a quick break, and when we're back, we'll be hopefully live with the first game of the day. It is Astralis versus OpTic on Dust2. See you shortly. Alrighty.
So no gaming for me on this trip. I have RSI in both arms as well. So this 3-week trip is a good opportunity for me to kind of let those symptoms die down somewhat. So I haven't had the opportunity to test the sound update whatsoever, and we've been out a lot. So I have seen that some people have been saying, you know, there are some things which are weird. I think some things, because it's so early, it's only just been released, it's going to be hard to identify if something's odd or if something's just unfamiliar, and it takes some getting used to. In terms of, like, now how you identify directional sound is different to how we've been used to doing it for thousands of hours. So I wonder if that's part of it. People said, like, knifing walls or there's something weird with knife sounds and some other sounds. So the idea of it sounds awesome. The implementation, are there issues with it? I don't know. I know they've made some updates to it, which some people have said haven't solved everything. So I don't know if I'll be able to really test it until towards the end of December. So if there are issues with it now, then I hope at least that they will have been fixed in that time. But yeah, we can't really...
Yeah, we've been away for 9 days already.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, there are pieces here and there, but I like to sit down with something for, you know, an extended amount of time. So I'm not going to be able to do that, really. But I am reading all the comments that you guys are putting out there with regards to the sound updates, that's for sure. Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, obviously there were a lot of issues, so hopefully, the good thing at least is that it does show that Valve is like trying to fix the issues.
Someone said I look like a cute African baby. Actually, when I was a baby, I pretty much looked like this. I was just less massive, but I was still quite massive. Someone's watching from Israel. That's cool. What do I think of Dan's attire today in his speckled grey suit? I love this. This is awesome. He
nice,
acquired this yesterday.
Yeah.
We have been doing much shopping. I bought this yesterday. Yeah, I owned everything else already. What do you think of my shoes, guys? Ugh. Oh, look at this. What do you think of that? Look how big that shoe is. Just because of the scale, like because it's forward, it just looks like it's the like body size. It's like the size of a small. It's like the size of Scoots or something. Yeah, no, I think this is really gangster. I like that. My jacket has these buttons on the side, like metal buttons, which I think is pretty cool.
I think you guys should tweet pictures to James as to what pocket square he should get with this attire.
Yeah, we're gonna go shopping for pocket squares today. Pocket squares will be acquired.
Don't tell Semler. Should we get Semler one? I think we should get Semler a pocket square.
I think you should get Semler one.
Yeah,
I can't.
for Christmas.
I'm just focused on buying my own stuff.
Okay.
And that's costing me enough money, so.
That's fair enough.
You and your ideas.
I do have a lot of ideas. They're mostly bad though.
It's hard to disagree with that.
All right, so I heard something about the server and someone unlocking the server, James.
Yeah.
So I got an image of someone with a massive, like, you know, key ring, like an old locksmith unlocking the server.
People are working on things.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Cool.
Holy potatoes! All right, I've got a lot of people tweeting me. It's gonna take a while. Let's see what else there is. I mean, talk. You have to kill time while I'm doing this.
But I'm paying attention. What's that? What is that? There's a picture of you.
Someone. What? Why? No. Nope. Skip that.
Yeah, skip that one.
Skip that.
We need
My bow tie looks like the freehand knife, apparently.
Really?
Can you see? Oh, you can't really see that on camera. I guess it does actually. Minus the purple.
Yeah, Yank is wearing a nice kind of like bright water kind of blue camo pocket square, which I think is pretty sick as well. That's. I wish I'd had the idea to grab that one, but I didn't.
So someone's asked what's my favorite team to watch. I think you should answer this first. What's your favorite team to watch? Because I don't want to sit here and answer all the questions. So.
All right. Favorite team to watch? I think Dignitas at the moment. I think probably my favorite team to watch, just because with Dignitas, when you watch them, you can quite clearly see what they're trying to accomplish. And it's always fun watching teams like that.
Yeah.
And one of the things about that is that you don't necessarily always see teams that display that quality be the most successful, because if you go back to the last couple of years, the teams which had the most success were actually the teams that played a looser style, more individual style. And even SK, who started out to be very tactical, very strategical, very kind of, we're going to try to do these, distinct things in these rounds, very tactically focused. They started to then branch out, kind of, you know, realizing how they could play more individually to match up against the teams like, you know, like Fnatic when they were very dominant. So it's quite cool to see now that, because SK I believe are probably still the top dogs when it comes to having both the most individual skill and the deepest kind of strategic playbook. But I think Dignitas is another team like that. They have the individual plays, the clutch factor, and they have really cool ideas behind all the rounds, and they try to play really disciplined. And the only team that we really saw play as disciplined as they've tried to play recently in certain rounds was actually NIP way back in Malmo after Threat just kind of was basically behind them with the whip, and you know, forcing like extreme discipline in every single situation. Like no one dies out of turn, no one goes for like crazy individual plays. Everything's completely efficient, like in their like anti-eco rounds and stuff like that. So yeah, Dignitas would be my answer.
For me, I would say Dignitas. I have two bunches of teams as opposed, because I like watching loads of teams. So
yeah,
I'd say Dignitas and SK and Astralis. I'd bunch them together. And also G2 and OpTic, I'd bunch them together as well, because they're like two active teams who spend a lot of time trying to figure out what's going on, or taking particular gambles to, you know, there are situations in Counter-Strike where both teams expect certain things not to happen because it would be foolish or it'd be high risk and so on. And OpTic and G2 are two teams who will play on those facts, like, because we can't do this theoretically. You know, if you're talking about how Counter-Strike should normally be played, we will do this because their opponent expects nothing to happen here, so they won't focus on that, and then there's something to be exploited. So they'll try to exploit that, as we've seen with the pushes, even from the pistol round, which is you could argue that it's a crazy play for them to make, pushing B on a pistol round. But those kind of things make the game a lot more interesting for me, at least. So I like watching those guys for those reasons. And the first three, you know, some of the things that Dan mentioned before. So I won't spend too much time talking about that.
Yeah, it's cool having. It's cool to see like a good diversity. Like Cloud9, very fast team, or they tend to be very fast, especially these days. So that's like a really. It's always
you
really
could put
nice
Cloud9 in there as well. Yeah.
To like refresh things a little bit, especially if you watch a lot of Counter-Strike. Watching Dignitas is fun, but I wouldn't want to watch them all the time, for example. So what else you got?
Hey, you look like my dad, but my dad is white and he's been gone for a while. Can you help? I'm not your dad, that's for sure. And no, I cannot help. So we'll move on from that one. Okay, so production says we're going to throw to video content to kill some time. When we're back, questions and answers with James and DDK.
Oh no. Well, James, it's time to get medieval in this bitch, apparently.
Oh, gentlemen, we unexpected you guys. How you guys doing?
Great.
Very good.
Brilliant. Well, welcome to Archery Fit. As you can see, James versus Dan challenge. As you can see, the bows. Not bow selector, James. Okay? All right, follow me, guys. Mike, get off Facebook, please. Yeah, after filming, you can put it on. Anyway, guys, you know, for this challenge, right, I had to take it old school, medieval times, because I'm an old fool. You know, we're taking it back, like way back. I want to know, who's the better shooter out of you two out of Counter-Strike? We want to know, right?
Well, it's me. It's me.
Dan, all right. So Dan's the digital gangster. We want to find out who's the physical gangster. I want to know who's the Hawkeye of the Counter-Strike community. This is Kate. This is the Russian National 2003 Archery Champion.
Hi
I can see
guys.
that.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Kate. Well, these are my
Hi.
boys. You want to explain the rules to them?
Hi. Welcome to Archery Fit. I'll be your instructor. So welcome. Nice to meet you. Nice to
meet you.
Yep. So guys, we'll start with you to shoot from this line to this black target bosses. We'll learn some technical, focus on our technical details. We'll do a small exercise with the elastic band, and then we'll go to the white line and we'll see who is the most accurate today. And it will be 12 meters for you. It will be really serious distance for you today. Yep.
Awesome.
all over.
How do you feel about it?
It's going to be easy.
Okay.
I used to do archery a little bit when I was younger, so he's
How
gonna
many
be-
years ago, James? How many years ago?
Maybe 20 years
How
ago.
many times did you go?
Maybe 20 years ago, but it's all in here. It's all in here.
Yes,
sure,
it's
of
true
course.
experimental. Yay.
That's how you do it, right?
We'll see about that.
Yeah, kind of. We'll see. Yeah, so we'll learn now how to do it more properly, not like this.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool. Good luck, guys. You did really good.
Thanks,
Yes.
boss.
Thank you.
KG, thank you so
Yes,
much.
Thank you so much.
Expert training these gentlemen got. Well, guys, the rules are simple. 3 shots each, right? You guys got 3 arrows. The one closest to the bullseye takes the challenge. Dan, you're going to be going first. Gentlemen, I wish you guys all the best.
No pressure, apart from potentially losing
Well,
to me.
that's the
That's the only
I
pressure. I guess there is
I'm
pressure
going to sleep
then.
tonight.
I suppose there is pressure.
Not the best start.
At least you got 1 point.
So James, you just have to get it not on the white. So good luck. I'm afraid.
That's the worst shot I've ever taken.
I know, in practice you're killing it in practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 more arrows, gentlemen.
Oh, on the other target now.
Well, you did hit a board.
Yeah.
I mean, you did hit a board.
It's,
That's a plus.
roughly the same, but
That's a
not
plus.
the target entirely.
There we go.
Wow, what a shot.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is the
Bravo.
Oishin Kuroto, let's go. If you manage to hit your own board this time,
Yeah, I'll be
I'll
happy.
buy you dinner.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm
So
trying to
it's on
encourage you,
camera. It's on camera.
encourage you
For some
to not
competition.
fail so hard.
I know, right?
So it's bullseye or bust, basically.
Can you finish in style?
Can I hit the bullseye? That's the question.
Wow, what a shot. We know now who's the physical gangster now. Jay's proven he can do it online and offline.
No, this
You're-
means I'm an aim star. This means I'm an aim star.
I don't know, mate.
I'm clearly an aim star. I'm a better aimer than you.
We've got a Counter-Strike Robin Hood over here.
I'm just going to let you have this one.
You have no choice.
Well, you know what? I'm glad no one got shot in the ass, guys. Your archery champion, James Bardolph. Stay tuned for the next challenge, guys, as James versus Dan continues.
Hello, handsome people.
See how he got wrecked on archery. Wrecked! That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, back to questions. They're still working on things at the moment. We'll find an ETA for you soon. But in the meantime,
Why would they show that video and not the one where I won?
because there's just too many videos to choose from where I want there.
So
There we go. Why don't you never grow a beard? Says Eggy. Why don't you ever grow a beard? I get the fluffy thing. It'll take me ages to. I'd have to be like in prison to have enough time to grow a proper beard. Also, because I used to work in commercial real estate, you always had to be like properly clean shaven, and I guess I'm just too much in the habit after doing that for 10 years.
I was growing a bit, but then I shaved it off because of fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of looking like a complete idiot. I think I was looking like a complete idiot, James. I think so. So that's why I did that.
Well, okay then.
Yeah, no more beard for me, unfortunately. But maybe you'll come back. Who knows? Who knows? What else do you have for
Please
us?
ask White DDK how he gets his hair that way.
Well, should I give them the secret, James?
Well, I don't know what the secret is, so.
The secret is use a brush and a hairdryer and a brush and some product, and you're good to go. There you go. That's pretty simple.
What size shoes do I wear? US 14, UK 13, Europe, I don't even know, just Google it. Let's see.
These questions suck, James. We need better questions.
Have I tried salted caramel mince pies? No, I have not.
That actually sounds really disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
It does. It's a weird place to put salted caramel, right? Because you put it in like a coffee
Yeah.
or something, but not really a mince pie.
Don't we have a PO box?
Someone
can
says,
send one to us.
Is DDK adopted?
I don't even want to do it.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Do I like sushi? Yes, I know he does as well.
Yeah. Apparently this is a good place to get sushi, James. We're right next to the water.
Someone says, I hope diving in the Great Barrier Reef is part of your bucket list. It's dying, man. Have you seen that stuff? Look up coral bleaching. The barrier reef is dying massively. It's quite scary to see. Like I think it's split into 3 parts, maybe 4 parts, and like half of it is dead. It's mental. So by the time I get to Australia, there might be no barrier reef to look at because it's all just some weird grey. What else is there? What else is there? You can't sit here in silence while I'm looking at this. You have to say something.
Do I really?
Yes.
But I like silence. It's nice. It's nice. We can appreciate that together. So, they're trying to restore the round now. So that means we are well on the way, I think, James. There are servers. The servers have the game running, and the round is being restored. So it shouldn't be too long now, ladies and gents. And I hope a lot of the Europeans are staying up for this. I think, and this is still a pretty friendly time for Europe. I think when we get into like the third match, then it starts to be really late. I think that's going to be around midnight-ish, 1 a.m.-ish, something like that. Maybe a little bit later. So props to all of you who are staying up watching ECS Day 1. And what else you got, James? Anything else you're looking for?
I'm looking for a good. I've got 48 questions to go through. Yeah.
48.
That's
awesome.
No, I'm not reading that. That's a crap question. I'm still scrolling through all these questions. Talk about tickets, Dan. There are still tickets for the final this weekend.
Tickets are great. You can come and visit us here in Anaheim and watch all these awesome teams play. If you go to anaheim.csgoleague.com, you can find all the information as to what's going on in the tickets. I think there's some student ones left, which if you're able to produce student ID and show us that you are a legitimate student, I'm sure there are many.
So someone asked me, when did I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and who under? When was a long time ago, and I stopped doing it because I was messing around. This is unrelated to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I got 4 trampolines out, and I was bouncing off one to the second to the third onto a mat, but I landed neck first with my feet behind my head, and then I did the same thing exactly straight afterwards again and landed on my neck again, and I couldn't turn my head to the left from here. I could turn it that way, but I couldn't turn it that way for like 4 days after that. So and then I got lazy and never went back, unfortunately. But my teacher was Ronaldo Campos, who actually he's a Brazilian who moved from London to Boston, and he's got a massive Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class in Boston. So if you just Google him, you'll find him there. Also, there used to be, I think it was Cage Rage was the promotion in the UK, which he was the champion of before, which is pretty awesome. He's a really awesome guy. So yeah, that's awesome. Sorry, we're just hearing something from production. Yeah, I don't believe any of the information they're providing us until the game is in front of me. There is no game. So
it's all fraudulent.
So what the hell? Weird question. Okay. Tell us more about the whale sharks.
Are you a coffee guy or a tea guy, James? Obviously,
I'm not really a hot drinks guy, to be honest. But I tend to drink coffee when we're broadcasting a lot. Black coffee.
Why?
I don't actually know. I hope it makes me, more awake. So I don't even know.
I actually read somewhere that coffee is bad for your vocal cords. That's what I read.
Coffee specifically, or
caffeine?
Oh, caffeine. Caffeine is bad. But did they say why?
I didn't see any studies, so I guess I should probably discard that information as I didn't really verify it in any way.
Yeah. Well,
I just read it on the internet.
Oh, there we go.
On a site about vocals. So yeah, I should probably double check the what's going on there.
So some questions. This is a good question. What do we think about Fox at SK Gaming? What do you think, Dan? Because he's not only here, but he's also at the major for them as well.
Yeah, actually, because obviously there's more than one team with a stand-in. Of course, Magic's Boy. Obviously, that's actually should be our third match. Is SK versus Dignitas, and Magic's Boys attending some
Fourth
exams.
match. Fourth match.
Sorry,
Fourth
is
match.
it the fourth match?
Yeah, because it's match 1, match 2, then the winners of those 2 matches play each other.
Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, Magic Boy is attending some exams, so I think Valde is the one standing in for him. But yeah, with Fox, I don't know. I think it's a really kind of weird because obviously they don't have a huge amount of people to pick from, and you know he's Portuguese, so he shouldn't have any real issues with the language, and so that from that perspective, communication perspective should be okay. But I mean, Fox, he's an AWPer by trade. We don't really tend to see much from him when he's not AWPing, and he's not the most dynamic AWPer really as well. So it's kind of hard to really fit him into a team that has Fallen, Cold, you know, 2 of maybe the best AWPers in the world already. Where does he fit in from a role perspective? I think it's a bit of a mismatch, but maybe they'll find something new. Maybe they'll just, I mean, they'll have to find some way to work around it. It's going to be interesting to see what their first interpretation is when we actually watch them play.
Yeah, I do wonder because, you know, as far as Cold is concerned, you can get Fox to replace Cold's AWPing and leave Cold focusing on the rifling, which he's obviously very good at as well. But the problem is how strong a rifler is Fox, because his style of AWPing is nothing like Fallen's. And Fallen isn't a style of AWPer. He can't replace Fallen. He's not a replaceable AWPer in terms of style. Yeah. So, but I mean, they can just simply choose a different style, and Fallen, you know, putting his pawns in the right place, because I think if you're going to have Fox on your team, you want him to have an AWP all the time. But the thing is, it would be really cool if we saw Fox used in a way that was completely different to how he was used on FaZe. Because obviously on a CT side, he would just hold a B-bomb site with an angle, and he's very quick, so he'd be very good at picking people off on that angle. But are they going to use him as a primary AWPer on a T side, for example? I'd be very curious if that was the case. I'd be very, very curious indeed. And maybe we would see, because you have to wonder the way he was used in FaZe, because like on Mirage, for example, that wasn't the best map for him as an AWPer, but you have to wonder if like his shortcomings on FaZe, if they're ultimately due to skill or due to how he was used, or a mixture of the two.
I get a feeling, especially like with bringing the Mirage example, I'm gonna adjust my headset
here.
Using the Mirage example, the funny thing is that I feel like maybe there was, I mean, I don't know for sure, but it feels like when I was watching him that it might not be that he doesn't want to play a lot of spots, but it might just be that someone wants to play that spot, and they're like, yeah, you play here, and that it wasn't him alone that was, you know, that lacked being able to be dynamic. I don't think he was given maybe the options. That was kind of how my interpretation of it a little bit, because of the way that FaZe were as a team. But I think with Carrigan coming in, FaZe have a guy that they can actually say, we are going to, you know, whatever you tell us to do, more or less, we're going to be able to we're going to be able to just go in, just trust in what you're saying, and just go along with your lead, as opposed to previously where kind of it's probably a situation where it's just chaos, and I want to play here, and you're the AWPer, so you're going to go in mids in the window. And that wasn't something that really works very well. You can't really get a huge amount of impact necessarily. You want to be able to move around. You want to be able to have more freedom. It's like the classic example of that done very, very well was the older edition of Fnatic, where you had JW. You had an entire team that were very dynamic around him, allowing him to basically do whatever he wanted to get the most out of a map like Mirage with an AWP. So that's something that we never saw from him on that team. But he's replacing a guy that was a pretty consistently awesome rifler as well. So that's not how I would describe Fox. So it's a strange one. It's a strange one. We'll see. You got anything good going on there, James? You're smirking. What is that? Okay, moving on.
That's hilarious.
That's not for the stream.
Interesting.
That's not one for the stream.
Interesting tweet there. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Let's see. What do I think about Stewie and Cloud9 and their chances at the Mayor? Someone asks. I think one thing about Cloud9, obviously there's a big focus on Stewie and the impact he's had on the team, but when we were recently at E-League, I feel like Skadoodle was being used in a lot more aggressive positions than before. I mean, one issue, I think a great example of the problems that Cloud9 have had is if you go back to when Mousesports played Cloud9 on Dust2 at E-League, Cloud9 didn't have an answer for Chris J, essentially. Whereas it seems like we're seeing they're trying to add more facets to Skadoodle's game. So I think that's one main thing to focus on at the moment. Obviously, they've had a good run, and they've had some bumps in the road recently. But I'm most interested to see how if they'll continue to use Skadoodle in more aggressive plays, which normally you'd get like Nothing and Stewie involved in those. But to see Skadoodle being involved in them as well, it's pretty cool. So I hope we see more of that, especially on the CT side, because I mean, on Cash, for example, we saw some rounds where Skadoodle standing in the middle of mid, holding angles into T warehouse, which is something something that we don't normally see from AWPers, that kind of aggression. So I like that, and I would like to see more of that.
Apparently we're going to see some sumo. Apparently it's time for some sumo, James. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hopefully the stream are as well. We'll see you after the sumo.
Meditation. Staying open nowadays.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame. Basking in. Oh, gentlemen, how you doing? Weren't expecting you guys so early. Yeah, sorry. Meditating, you know. Ladies love that. Anyway, in this segment of James versus Dan, I've got something very special for you guys. Dan, can you take the red bag? James, take the blue bag. I see you gentlemen in a bit. This is going to be fun. Here they come. Here they come. Guys, what have I told you about being on the KFC diet? Dan?
I like you. I think you're cruel.
Burger King diet?
He looks great. I don't know what you're talking about.
You feel great? You moving fast?
Oh, I feel amazing.
Oh, well, big up yourselves. You guys need a big up. As you know, I take sumo very seriously. And this time, we got the whole sumo community watching. You got greats like Rikishi, E Honda, Yokozuna. So there's no pressure at all. The rules are simple, gents. It's the best out of 3. Whoever gets pushed out loses the round. So gentlemen, let's battle, baby. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I don't know how my life came to this point, but sure.
This is the Sumo Suit Challenge. Yay! Warriors.
He's on the mat. He's cheating. He's cheating.
What? I said get off the mat.
Oh. I said get off the mat.
Serious. It's serious now. It's serious business now. Sumo Suit Challenge, baby. Warriors, are you ready? Take your positions. Round 1. Fight! It's a close one. It's a close one. It's a close one. James is getting back up. Dan's on his booty. It's a little bit too much booty. Oh, what James is trying to do, some Eddie Gordo capoeira here. What's going on here? Dan's got the advantage, but he's not taking him down.
Help me up!
Oh, he's trying to push him over. Tight first round, guys. Tight first round. It's anyone's round. The advantage is definitely with James with the weight, but he's definitely playing a disadvantage at the moment. He can't seem to get up. I told you to lay off those donuts.
I'm in primary school again.
Okay, Dan's gonna let him back out. No, he's not gonna. Oh, is this gonna be a reversal? Oh, Neely, a reversal. This is like Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor. This is like Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Oh, what's going on here? A resurgence from James Bardo. Oh, he's trying to do a Ryu throw.
Oh, look, James, it's us.
It appears to be us again. If you wanted to see the rest of that, it can be found on YouTube, youtube.com/faceitcom or ECS League. But we had to cut it off because apparently the game
Because the Counter-Strike stream,
is
James,
ready.
that's why.
But I still don't believe people until
You don't believe them?
actually see it starting. Until I see it starting, I don't believe.
Oh my God.
We're into the game. Right then, let's move on. So, to the surprise of no one, the game The round has been restarted. Not much else you can do in that situation. Sincerely apologise for the delays, but hopefully that will be the end of them. Right, so this time, OpTic Gaming are not going to go for the 1M4 buy. If you didn't catch the beginning of this round, I think it was Rush, I want to say, who had bought an M4. Everybody else was pistols on the CT side. But there we go. They are going to have the half-buy. If production could give us game sound in the commentary ears, that would be amazing. So we see 3 OpTic players with Kevlar, Tarek and Rush with the flashbangs, and that's it. So again, they took a gamble, did OpTic in the previous round, but that round has come and gone. We saw good anti-eco rounds from Astralis in previous rounds. So hopefully we'll see one again. Always good to see good anti-eco rounds. Lots of people have issues on such rounds. And again, that aggression, Tarek looking to push. There's not much risk in that aggression in a round like this anyway.
So the Deagles not doing all that much just yet, waiting for a moment to strike. And previously Astralis were actually going to try to finish their round up long. But this time we're going to see them actually... Well, actually, it's more or less the same sort of round here. You can see Kirby's sitting up on the top of the stairs. They just haven't decided to go long yet. And instead this time you can see after that kill, it's going to hold things a little bit. Regroup. Another kill comes in. And that should be good to go now. 5 versus 2. It's pretty simple. Nav could cause some problems with this Deagle, but there's a nice flash just crossing their T's, dotting their I's here. Astralis, and they lose only a single man. That's a great result for them. And that's a 4-3. I mean, they have... I don't want to say momentum because
it's one round.
Because it's one round. But I mean, like, you know, in the context of the whole match, they've been coming back quite quickly because OpTic won the pistol. But obviously we had a big break in time.
Nobody shot through the door on this occasion. Tarek, this is an interesting angle. You may sometimes see people run past the barrel, which is maybe what Tarek's looking for there. And he seems to have all the angles here. So sometimes you'll see alternative angles, but we'll come back to this a bit later on because Stanisla's been caught up very early by Dupree. Escaping with 10 HP as well. I'm not sure if Stanislaw would have seen the spark, at least. Maybe can raise the alarm that the headshot has at least been delivered, but...
Oh, there you go.
Oh, well, there we go. Finished off.
So it's still a nice opening for Astralis. Even though they go 4 versus 4, it does stretch the CT defense quite a bit. And you can see that OpTic have decided to keep 3 players towards the A side of the map. They've got a presence on middle with Nafly sitting in CT spawn. So that's going to allow them to be able to have some flexibility. But shot comes in from Mixwell. Again, great timing on the flashbangs there from Astralis to allow them to push and not get taken down by the AWP. In fact, they do some good damage to Mixwell. But OpTic, they still don't know really what Astralis are going to decide to do. They're just sitting on catwalks at the moment.
Mixwell waiting, looking for information. They've assumed Astralis will make the play. 43 seconds left for the Astralis team, and indeed they are all on short. What remains of them? The smoke's coming in, the grenades being deployed. We've got people on the low ground. Nafly covering it though. There go Kiabi and Glaive. So this might be shut down for Astralis. Only 2 remaining. The jump, but he's not going to make it. Bomb on the floor. Device can at least go for the plant, but he's got a lot of work to do. Nafly jump. He's going to get his bell rung as well, but he will still deliver the plant at the very least. And Rush will get picked off. 3 players surviving for OpTic, back to winning ways.
Yeah, nice cheeky kill there right at the end for Device, but of course, as we can see, the extra AWP is going to be in the hands of OpTic, so 2 AWPs for them. That's always going to be very, very nice. And this is where things went really wrong here for Astralis. Nafta's able to defend very expertly as the cat drop happened. And now a 4-4 scoreline is what we're looking at. And I'm curious how the extra AWP is going to come into play for OpTic. Tarek obviously quite the AWPer. Always fun to see him with that. Device looking for the cross, the gap shot, but doesn't find it. As Astralis go for a take of long, there is a contestation here, but not for too much longer. Looks like Dupree's found himself an entry.
3 players in long for the T side now. OpTic have had to give that one up. Will there be a reaction though? Will there be a response? Will they try to hold down the short area? They're going to boost one of the CTs up there to take some control. Zipex is lurking in lower tunnels, so we'll see if he comes into play later. We've got the Crabwalk AWP coming in, and Device with a lovely angle there. Mixwell didn't see that one coming at all. Indeed, it gets even more desperate now for OpTic to hold down the short position. And again, you've got flashbangs from the CT side. They don't know what to make of mid at the moment. Zipex still holding his off angle for the time being. The rest of Astralis towards long.
Yeah, it's really cool to see Zipex, the man, going for the lurk in this round. And he's trying to find this perfect timing where that he can actually just get the flank working, get into a good position to harass and delay, and all those grenades also serve to create threat towards the flank here for the CTs. You can see Rush has turned his attention towards that position. If another flashbang comes in, and so Zipex is kind of faking it at the moment. You can see Rush is actually going down on the minimap, down short to look for Zipex, and that means he can't really help Stanislaw out. He's now dropped down, and this gives a much cleaner entry into the site. Very nice work there from Zipex, and Astralis have the bomb site.
Yeah, very methodical play from Astralis. Stanislaw trying to buy time, trying to stop this bomb from going down, and he can have a read as to where the bomb might be because of his Molotov. Can't get a kill though. Glaive on the high ground, won't take him down. He's got time to reload, but has he got cover? This is awkward for the remaining CTs. And Tarek's still out of position, moving in now with the AWP. I think it might be abandoning ship, maybe unable to get into position fast enough, and indeed, even once they did, it was very unfavourable, all things considered. So Astralis will take the lead once again. And we mentioned our favourite teams to watch, and that's a great example. Zipex, again, just delivering. He's drawing the CTs out, weakening their position on the A site, on the long area. So his team can exploit that. So great work by him. And again, showing the importance of things beyond the scoreboard.
It's a great round to be able to win there for Astralis, and in such a methodical way too. You can see great entry work. And entry is even in the round that they did lose previously against OpTic. Dupree actually found an entry frag towards the B-bomb site there. So just having that ability to just find those entries every single time, even if you, again, in that the couple rounds ago when they weren't able to win the round, it's going to give Astralis a lot of confidence. Now they're going to switch things up here. Quick B-rush instead of this pick-based play, looking for entries. We've got Tarek here flashed into oblivion. Gets the connection there, but he's got a lot more work to do. And the trades will be coming in from Astralis. A 3 versus 3 situation on the bomb now. Actually, can they even plant this?
They've got time with the Molotov down. Smoke on the low ground. Oh, Dupree's had the wrong angle. Lovely spray from Mixwell around the double stack. Dupree thought he was safe. But now he has been told otherwise. They've still got a lot of grenades Astralis, but again, 3 places to try and defend, and the CTs are not going to wait. Mixwell spotted, but Stanislaw will save him. Now Device in a very awkward position, just with a pistol as well. How much can he do here? Not much at all. OpTic not going to wait for the plant, taking Astralis by surprise. Crushing round from them.
That frag, I think it was Naf there through the smoke. Oh, it wasn't Mixwell. It was Mixwell through the smoke and through the corner of the box to find the planter. That was the money play there. It was a great round from Astralis and from OpTic, and as far as the rush went pretty well in the entries, OpTic did just enough to get the enough defensive kills in a tough spot to make it a doable situation on the retake. So very close, actually, that round between these two. And this round is going to start to tell us a lot more as far as the economy goes, and as far as who can take some momentum.
Mixwell going for the wallbang to somebody standing on the car. Had the right idea. Close shave, very close to getting that connection. OpTic positioned with 3 players towards the B bomb site at the moment, but looks like a fake from Astralis, or at least they're trying to draw people away early. Still got Zipex lurking outside long for the time being, as they have 3 people stationed towards short. And now you've got some gunfire outside B. They're not really making it easy for OpTic to figure out what is going on.
Yeah, it's very obscure at the moment, that's for sure. Astralis, I mean, they have that catwalk control, which is really nice to see. Obviously, it's just a standard default in that sense from them. They don't have any presence towards the long, and OpTic, they've well and truly been forced to give up catwalk here. They've got 2 men still on the long area as a way to compensate for that. But that's going to mean that OpTic know where Astralis is standing. It's just a case of waiting for Astralis to make a decision. Is it B or is it A?
Another smoke down into CT spawn, and now the short push is finally coming in, but only Mixwell's here to defend it. People on the low ground as well. This time Nafly's only good for 1 kill. Crushed it previously, but that's going to force Mixwell to abandon ship, hold the long area for the retake of his teammates. The bomb can get planted for short, still in control of the T's for the time being. And now you've got a 2-man rotation coming in from OpTic from the B bomb site as well. So 4-on-4 retake. But look at Glaive's position. He's made his way all the way down here, but he's not good for either kill. Distracted by the second player. Won't get a single one. Now Dupree coming in for the flank, but no kills for him either.
Awkward, really awkward here. Although it's going to be very difficult here to take down Device. Nice peek there, finds the connection onto Rush, and now he scans like Terminator. Terminator mode engaged, finds himself the next one. Stanislaw is down, and Zipex has Devices back with the AK. And that's a beautiful hold from Astralis there, and they have truly crushed the economy of OpTic. They're sitting on absolutely nothing now, and they're going to need some pretty hard saves to bring themselves back into a respectable buy.
I like that Device didn't just continually push the angle. He kept himself into a position where he couldn't get double peeked by CTs. There's an infamous triple peek by the old Vox team that we saw on that ramp position on short as well. So good positional play by Device, small thing, but an important thing. And again, as you mentioned before, Dan, Astralis have taken long very quickly indeed.
Yeah, it's awesome when that smoke is there in the corner. It allows you to get through the door choke point without being spotted too early, and really allowing, because that smoke basically disallows the CTs from capitalizing upon that choke point, really. So that they can use that later into the round. You can see they're still searching to see, okay, what's going on? Is there some information? Is there going to be a push? Can we get a frag to make our lives easier? But if nothing happens, they have long to work with, and they can go back towards long if they don't get any information, because that is safe and secure.
OpTic with 2 Deagles and 3 P250s. We saw the bomb leading the charge in a previous long push, not the case this time, and now Astralis will completely abandon the long area. So again, Astralis appear to be using the conditioning that they've given to OpTic on previous rounds, and now they're exploiting that by moving elsewhere. But Rush again through those double doors has got himself multiple frags with a pistol.
Yeah, great response from OpTic there to just force the issue before Astralis were ready. And that's caused... Oh, no! Oh, my God. Now something from the back end. Just frag off the frag. Dupree has to clutch. And he'll get taken down by Rush there. Oh, dear. Nobody was watching Catwalk. And that lost them the round.
Yeah, Rush seems to be a problem through those middle doors with any weapon. But even though Astralis lost that round, I like the way they played it. Again, they used conditioning from previous rounds, used evidence from previous rounds to make OpTic do one thing while they tried to exploit the other one. Fell apart from them, but the idea was still good. Now, Astralis are the ones to find themselves on an eco round. A few pistols here and there, Glaive with a smoke and a flash. This should be a formality from OpTic. They don't have the MP9s and such that they did on a previous anti-eco, where they got popped by Dupree's P250. I don't expect that similar play to happen again.
So here they go, up the stairs on Catwalk, and will we get a potential run boost here, maybe to get themselves closer to a plant? Jump over the angle from Mixwell. That could give them a very good situation for a plant. Nice, perfectly flashbanged. Mixwell off the angle, still connects the shot into Glaive. But is there a window of opportunity for Device? Yes, there is. A short plant comes in, and Astralis will be very happy with that. That's pretty much what they played for here. They can get another, just an extra kill, a bonus second kill, and that's going to be lovely.
Now Fly's weapon was lost, but Tariq brought things back. There goes Dupree as well. Device getting tagged through the box, so this should not run much further. Oh, Device has another P250 headshot. He can't pick up the rifles, but there's only 2 plays left, and the time's ticking as well. They both have defuse kits, but he can still continue to play the close range. Oh, look at the damage he did! So much damage with these P250s. We said it shouldn't happen again, but only Stanislaw survives this round for OpTic.
Device. Unbelievable. Here he goes. 3 kills with that P250, and that is going to really help Astralis out there to keep OpTic Gaming's money down. And we'll have to see exactly how much that's going to affect them as we get back into the game here, but it's just never going to feel good when that's you got Device in your face with P250 just destroying you. And you can see that OpTic actually don't have full grenades here, and a few missing helmets and so on. Not the biggest deal in the world, still looking pretty good. But both teams have spent all their money. So whoever wins this round is essentially going to probably win the rest of the rounds of the first half, because there's only 2 left. So it's going to be, it's a 2-for-1, but who's going to get it?
So I'm curious as to Rush's position on long, but first we'll see what happens here on short, because Mixwell, okay, I thought maybe he was boosted on blue, but he's playing the off angle. Hard to check that one. In the meantime, Mixwell flashed off the position. Always good to take a pot shot anyway. Misses it on this occasion, but now short is in control of Astralis. Minute 10 on the clock for them to play with. But again, Rush's position, if he's not drawn to help his teammate towards A, they've got Naflife for that for the meantime, but he should be good for a kill if a push does come into long a bit later on, because it's very awkward to check there and the other side as well. Anyway, Astralis moving through the middle area again. It will fear Rush, but again, he is very far away for the time being. There goes Glaive, the bomb spotted now, and Tariq needs some help.
Yeah, he had great position, but just could not connect. Stanislaw caught out as well, and that's the bomb site taken. It's going to be hard to see OpTic recovering from this, but they need to go for it. I mean, I don't know if they have any, if they go for the full save. If they're able to save 3 guns, they can force bite in the next round, but it's obviously not the best look in the world.
Next round is the last round of the half, though, so
yeah.
if they feel this position is unfavourable, then they may be without choice, and Rush is without a head in this situation. So
look at what they have left. Oh dear, it's going to suck in the next round. But for Astralis, it won't suck. They have a very good chance to get the 8-7 here. And it is ending up as a very close affair between these two teams, very backwards and forwards, especially considering that OpTic, they picked up the first round, they got the pistol, and they got up to 3 before Astralis strung 4 in a row together. So, yeah, very backwards and forwards. I'm really curious how things will go on the second pistol. But one more round before that point. Can't count OpTic out just yet. Lovely entries here from Device.
Lovely.
Wow, that is stunning stuff. And that's why many people consider him to be one of the best in the world. Look at this buy. It sucks. It's terrible.
The scout onto Tarek, quite the downgrade. So he's got to be careful in those middle doors. Almost getting his head taken off by Kiabi. They know the scout's there, but they can't really just try to pick Tarek off quickly because he may have support, indeed he does, from Nafline. Now the FAMAS has made its presence known, but they really want to avoid getting maimed by Tarek with that scout because that's how you lose rounds. Now we've got Stanislaw. It's his turn to have some fun with a pistol through those middle doors, and Astralis have trouble towards loads of players there, and now OpTic capitalizing on that. They're causing bedlam all over the map.
Yeah, Glaive with a couple of frags back here. He spotted what's going on. You can see all the CTs coming in. They are moving into the crossfire, though. And Glaive and Zipex will nail it 8-7. Astralis with both teams with a decent amount of rounds here. It's very, very hard to say how this one's going to go just from the score and what is to separate these two teams. But I suppose the pistol round is the best place to start.
That I like the reaction play from OpTic there. They know they have opportunity to just play on the mayhem and anarchy in that situation, which is to their advantage. Doesn't work out, but again, the idea is totally awesome. And that's one of the reasons why one of my favorite teams to play among kind of half the top teams. So, pistol round it is indeed. Everybody with Kevlar. No kits, no grenades, no nothing beyond the odd decoy. It's been a long time since I've seen somebody get killed with a decoy. 2 players outside the B bomb site for OpTic, biding their time. The only aggression we see from the CTs is Device on the short position, as per usual. It's really cool to watch Device on the CT sides of maps as well, because he's very good at waiting for certain behaviors from his opponent and then punishing them. So we'll see if that comes into play later on, if they can get on the buy. In the meantime, OpTic have a minute on the clock.
Look how slowly they're playing it. They really want to catch an aggression from the CT's Device. He's going to spot basically everybody now. So there's the information. There's not to be a rotation just yet for Astralis because OpTic can still go back. So you don't want to overreact to this. Can be very easy to do that. And indeed, that's actually what's happening. OpTic are going back. So it's very good that Astralis basically, the only Device moves around. Only Device is scouting and keeping tabs on exactly what OpTic are doing. Will he work out in time, though, that the team of OpTic are moving into the B-bomb site? Dupree will be the first man. It's got some good engagements, but he's not getting any connections.
He is running out of bullets as well, so his teammate's going to be isolated, but it's Dupree to go down. Zipex and his teammate Kiabi are both heavily tagged, so this does not look favourable. Only requires 1 shot to the head, but not for the T's. Lovely shot by Stanislaw there. 3 versus 2. Both CTs outside the door and the window. Stanislaw may force the aggression there, but Kiabi spots him first.
Device needs to make a big play. He's going to go with any health here in this 2-on-2. Naf just sitting below him. Well, he's spotted in time. The flick comes in, but he can't get the shot off. Nafly versus Kirby. Kirby, 1 bullet, and he's dead. It's not got much time. Oh, he gets the kill onto Naf, but has he got time to defuse this? He might just barely have it, actually. And you know what, James? Dupree is going to be breathing a huge sigh of relief right now because he had a lot of opportunity to get many kills, and he got nothing on the defense there.
Yeah, Mixwell did very good at distracting him as well, because some of the time he was trying to pop the guy who was jumping. instead of the numbers game below, although Mixwell's also blocking. So he did a very good job, Mixwell, of causing problems for Astralis, and indeed they win the pistol. Stanislaw going for a fast smoke towards the Xbox. That's a bad miss.
Oh dear.
That's a bad miss.
That's a bad miss indeed. Device sitting behind the smoke. Lucky with the UMP. Oh, okay. That first bullet landing straight in someone's face. Lovely stuff. Device, cheeky, anti-eco ace.
He got the ace, Stan! He got the ace! It's an ace, Stan! All five!
God, oh my god.
And straight to the AWP.
Yeah, actually, yeah, he got most of those frags with the UMP, so he made a lot of money there.
It's a very clean booth. Normally, or maybe later in the day, it'll be covered in energy drinks and people's teddy bears and so on and so forth. So, Astralis, AWP and 3 UMPs. All the Ps. And many players behind blue. The boost is coming in. Glave's in trouble here. He will have no idea, and now he's got some. And it's time to back off. That is very unfavourable. Lovely flashbang to buy some time for the CTs to retreat, but long's been taken early. Question is, can they get the Vice in position?
Looks like the answer is yes. OpTic don't want to fully commit. They're not even really leaving anybody in long. Or will they leave somebody there? Will they leave Tarek? Nope. Everyone's kind of shuffling back and then back into long again. So the entire team are re-entering, giving the question to Astralis in their minds as to whether OpTic did in fact go back or not. But here is the double back. But Device is indeed in position and ready with the AWP. Who is going to be the first man to test Device? Will they have the flashbangs to make his life difficult? That's a no. That's a resounding no, James. First practice is for Device, and he could get a bunch more from this position.
I don't think he's got anyone to help him on the high ground, though, and he's getting closer and closer to the site, so he may have to abandon ship himself. Zebex is on the low ground, but he's behind the smoke, and now Device is playing with fire, but he has a lot of skill to play with as well. But no, there's a headshot. There goes Zebex, there goes Kiabi as well. So this round is all of a sudden falling apart. UMP at range working for Glaive. 2 versus 2 situation, though, and they are heavily outmatched in terms of weapons.
One thing that can help them, even though there's a huge drop-off, is that, okay, they're not even looking, that's good, but the health is quite low on Mixwell as well. So switch up onto the AK, away from the UMP for Dupree, and he's going to be having a good time. Nice distraction coming in. Oh, wow, Mixwell picks up a very nice headshot onto Dupree, but Glaive had the frag regardless. Picks himself up an AWP, a well-deserved reward, and the round goes to Astralis, 11-7.
Yeah, that was really awkward for Device. All his teammates on the low ground. When those smokes go down, he missed too many shots with them advancing for his position to then be a good one. I think it was shot through the corner of the smoke as well, but yeah, in my mind's eye, I knew disaster was only around the corner. They win the round, however, and again, it's not a big deal for Astralis because they had 3 UMPs in that round, so they will have the fullest of full buys. Ooh, Device. He spots an arm, but he just can't take it. Maybe someone's AFK. I think he died to an AFK then.
The baits. That is pretty unfortunate. That's an AWP lost in a very poor position. Who knows what can happen now? They've got, oh my god, Kirby out the alive. This is scary. They have nades, they have a smoke grenade, got flashbangs, got tech knives and armors.
And they lost it all to AFK. But they could lose the round to AFK now because of that. That is mental. That is the weirdest bait I will see this year, I think. So we have Glaive on long. And there's a reasonable amount of grenades on these OpTic players. Not only that, but 4 of these 5 players have got armor, almost all full armor as well. So there's a lot for OpTic to do. And they've got a lot of AWPers with which to do it. So there are problems ahead for the Astralis side.
Yeah, loads of problems. Zipex will try to answer those problems with a flashbang. The flash will help Glaive out dramatically here. And he's going to push in himself to finish off everybody else. They are kind of low on a few players here, so got to be careful, but looks like everything should be under control. And there you go. Oh, nice. Was that a boost? Nice. That is some good, quick thinking.
That is an awesome boost. But yeah, Device focusing on AFK and T-spawn, and then boom, deagle to the jaw. But again, they survive. 5-round lead now for Astralis over OpTic Gaming. OpTic Gaming, though, still on the buy. The AK is coming out again. Both teams on a full buy, save for an AWP onto OpTic.
They've had a couple of close calls, though, in these recent rounds, so definitely very strange times for Astralis, and it's a fragile economy that they're sitting on at the moment, so they would love to take this one a little bit more cleanly. Interesting stuff. Glaive playing into the flames there just as they're dissipating with a pop flash. That's a beautiful pickup early into the round. And now OpTic are going to have to try to find an advantage somehow. They need to take some map control. Catwalk long would be a great start. And it looks like they're going to pick long. 3 players for OpTic going towards that position.
There's no one close to Glaive and long whatsoever. Often you'll find the AWP rotating between A and B, and he'll be flashing for people in Glaive's position, for example. But Device is not in a position to do that. He can't help Glaive. Glaive has no help whatsoever. Device is coming in now, but will he get there fast enough? He needs a flashbang badly. Mixwell goes down, still needs a flash from his teammate. But Device has used all his grenades, so Glaive is probably about to die, and indeed he will. Now the bomb's in the pit though, and Device is on long, so there's opportunity.
This is beautiful though, because Glaive delayed them for so long. You can see that they wanted to split onto A, but because of that delay that Glaive caused, Stanislaw, he was pressured to just run out of catwalk, and they got a free one-on-one there with the players on the site for Astralis. So Glaive did an amazing job this round, and now it's a 4 versus 2 in favor of Astralis. OpTic have a lot of work to do, and Kirby looks like he's going to, ooh, just misses the spot. It's going to be rushed, it's going to get the sound cue, and there's an opening.
Both T's separated though with 15 seconds to plant the bomb. There's trouble for the T side trying to split the site now. Tarek's going to put in work, but Rush has gone. Tarek with 34 HP. We've got Zipek standing in the smoke as well. 5 seconds remain and the round has been lost unless he can do a 1 versus 2 here. Last player in CT spawn. 1 second on the clock. Needs to get around the corner. Needs to stay alive. Very awkward stuff for both teams. 9 people dying in that round. It's going to be very expensive for both teams.
And yeah, another very costly round for Astralis, but they just barely seem to be able to hang on to enough money despite all these rounds to have buys. Like good buys, really solid ones, as this one is. Device on the AWP again, looking for the shot across, and will he spot somebody? Oh, this is very well bangable, but looks like he will get tagged by the scout, and he will have had enough. Kirby with the info that Tarek is pushing fast on catwalk, but beautiful there. That information gave Zipex a great position for that.
Yeah, Tarek was not ready for somebody playing the barrel position. It's a gimmicky position, one of the off angles that you don't often pre-fire, so that's what can happen. Somebody picks it every so often. Mixwell's turn to search for information. Kiabi shot through the smoke by Rush. In the meantime, Stanislav's been picked off, picking long as well. Bomb is top mid at the moment, but that one needs to get collected. OpTic a man down at present. Still got a minute 10 to play with though.
Yeah, Astralis are doing well to take some of these small edges away. Here is the next attempt to get back into the round. It's not gone too well here for OpTic. Really would have liked not to trade anybody for a kill, but that is the reality. Dupree playing an off angle onto the B-bomb site. That is where OpTic are going. Creeping through the upper tunnels. And help is not too far away as well, I think. Well, Device is actually opening from the A-bomb side. It's going to be Glaive that could be a helper. You might throw a flash in. There's a flash. Will Dupree peek with it? No, not just yet.
It's great though, because it may suggest that nobody's actually in the B-bomb site, so Dupree can just buy his time, but he's going to come out and peek, and he won't get a single kill. Time is against these OpTic players, and Glaive can just charge in quickly. The bomb's on the floor as well. That could be the end of the round. Can Mixwell even commit to a bomb plant in this situation? 20 seconds, just giving time for Device to rotate in as well. The fake coming in. Glaive's going to take the bait though and take it straight in the face. Now Device heavily tagged. He's got the M4 there rather than the AWP. And down goes the bomb. Flashbang comes in, but it's behind Mixwell. Still has advantages. Will he hear Device jump? He won't, and that's an easy free headshot. I think Mixwell was gambling that he would hear Device jump up, but he didn't.
Yeah, he's definitely going for the gamble. I have to say, I love that play from Mixwell, where he fakes the plant by standing on the crates, because it gives him such a quick... It's like an off angle. You don't expect that he would be able to get to the window so quickly, because you're expecting the kind of default plant, but there it is. Default straight away. Fake plant on the boxes, and gets a frag instantly. Great. That's a really cool little play there. I got to steal that.
I was surprised Dupree peeked there. I guess they had a double peek, so that's a good peek to do. You see there's a tactical timeout coming in from OpTic. The double peek is awesome, but another way to play it is, with the flashbang coming in through the door and then no CTs being seen, can suggest that no one's actually in the B-bomb site for Astralis. And then it probably increases the chances that his position isn't checked, and then he can potentially allow the first player to go past and then kill the second player and the first player. So another way to do it, but the double peek is strong as well.
It's such a cool position as well. I feel like it really does complete the play to play that position, as you say, because of the suggestion of distraction. Because it's kind of a position that you would least expect because it's not nearly as safe. And if you've got only a very few players left and you have to have one on a bomb site, it's very rare that he's going to play a super risky position like that where you can be one and done if it's checked, and you can't peek and delay and play that kind of a game. So yeah, interesting stuff. OpTic, even though they keep getting really close to winning these rounds, and there's been so many they've been so close to, Astralis just win every clutch. Like every clutch right at the end, they seem to be winning them.
And now Astralis are 2 rounds away from winning the first match of the day. There will be, because we're behind the schedule because of the delays, there will be no analyst desk after this match. We're going to go straight into the next game. But indeed, for now, OpTic are on death's door for this best of 1. See Astralis there, 2 rounds away from victory. A long road ahead for OpTic if they can make it back. If they can is a question that will be answered in these coming rounds. This is the first match of the ECS finals in Anaheim. Again, anaheim.csgoleague.com. Still time to buy some tickets. VIP is sold out, but you can buy some other tickets or go free if you are a student. anaheim.csgoleague.com. Check it out on the intertubes.
So decent amount of utility here for OpTic to try to salvage something. Interesting positioning here. We already see Zipex just on the anti-B split boost box, whatever you want to call it.
Oh man.
Oh, that is Glaive is doing such great work here. Oh, the nade comes in. We'll just miss this mark though. Device throwing a smoke to allow him better entry to help his teammate out. This is beautiful play from Astralis on long.
Glaive is still on the ramp as well with the UMP. Running out of bullets, but Device is, sorry, Zipex then saves his bacon. And now Mixwell is alone, and we're looking at match point for Astralis. Makes his way to the site, gets his bell rung immediately. Unceremoniously finished off by the high explosive grenade. Only one player picked off as well, and their money is down the pooper. It's not good for OpTic.
That is not good indeed. That was an interesting round. Glaive has just been, I've been loving like the work Glaive's been putting in on long.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, what was that?
I think that was Tarek. I think Tarek shot Mixwell in the head.
Really?
With the scout. He must have run past the scope. I'm pretty sure that was Tarek. So Mixwell down to 3 HP at the beginning of the round. That is, that's interesting. When you're up against match point, the last thing you want to be is shot in the head by a scout on your own team and left with 3 HP.
Well, you can see.
And then be given the scout now. So
yeah, he's given the scout. Yeah.
Take this.
Makes sense. Makes sense. But a lot of recovery to do, and nothing's even happened yet. Great. Here they go through middle. That's going to be the entry choice. The bomb is served up to Kirby. He's going to be enjoying that one as his teammates come in. And everybody is going to be exiting the round player by player. Just rush left with the Galil. Gets to kill him, but he does take a lot of damage, and he will finally be finished off by Zipex. 16-7. Took a while to get this game played, but Astralis, I think the score suggests that this was a kind of crushing victory.
Oh no!
This was a really close round. Sorry, a close match between these two teams.
You saw in the replay there that shot to the heads, and yeah, perhaps the scoreline doesn't tell the entire story, but Astralis, they get some revenge on their opponents after the E-League finals, so that is a solid start from them. So you picked OpTic to win that one.
No. Oh, I did?
No, I picked OpTic.
Yeah, you picked OpTic. I picked Astralis.
I was sorely wrong. Well, actually, why did I do that? Because I did mention that I thought maybe they would have more trouble on Dust2 than they normally do against a team such as Astralis with their aggressive plays on OpTic CT side. So why I did that, I have no idea. But
You're crazy. You're a crazy fool.
There were 2 ways that could have gone, and it went Astralis' way, so such is life. There we go.
All right, well, I guess it's time to take a quick break. And, of course, we are skipping the analyst segment, as James did mention, because we're running a little bit behind. And we'll be getting into the next best of one very shortly, so we'll see you soon for that. Maybe they weren't ready, James.